So now the comparison, it is Thursday the 20th of June 2019 at 11:12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Staten Island. Here's my left that I just had to do. I could not make a resection on it. Let me show you why. This is a little bit graphic or gross for those of you that aren't strong enough. I'm putting this up on one side or on one context so that you know that if someone tells you we're covered because we're getting some kind of benefits, well, let me assure you they're completely full of shit, because Medicaid doesn't cover everything, and I'm sure that Medicare, even though I don't have that, doesn't cover everything. You have to fight to get it, and you have to fight to hold on to it. If you look at the right there, I don't know how well that's going to show you. You can see how badly it's curled under. You can see it was curling on both sides. Both sides were growing in, but it's curling from the back. So unfortunately, just trying to lift it and put something under wasn't enough, because since it's curling from the back of the toenail bed, the only option being that it's growing in such a weird pattern, and I assume it to be because of the fungal part acting on it, changing the way in which these proteins could otherwise develop themselves. Because if you look at the surrounding, it's not the same. You see they're growing out fully over, except for the pinky one again. So depending how it's getting affected by the fungus, and I was able to change that well out of the area. That I don't think was immediately as a result of being out of the area, but this was. Here's one example. See if I can get it. If you look at your thumbs and you look at that half moon, I apologize with my lighting here. There we go. This is my right one. It doesn't matter though. If you look at the half moon there, let me put these pieces back down. Okay, when I was down in Fairview Park, you can look up my video, Save Fairview Park, and help me relocate. And it might have been longer to help me relocate to get another land use deal to do a micro mini homestead project. That you look at the half moons. When I was out of the area to go and screen just for one day, the half moon started coming back, and the only variable was the air quality. There was no tarry smell. There was diesel along the way in Grand Central Terminal, and even along the way on the train going northward to Connecticut. But the half moons changed, and if you look, you'll see there's a double half moon. It's harder to show it here than if you were in person. That occurred during the longer time of being out of the area and being southward, where it's much more warm. Now, I do know that the warmth last year, 2018, even out there in the woods with no other things yet having successfully changed, that the warmth alone allowed me immunologically, I'm assuming, and or digestively and or liver-wise, to be able to produce different compounds or to fight the wrong compounds in my body coming in through the airstream. Thought to be from mold, because we didn't know we were in a refinery airstream. We thought it was only intermittent, but as of the 5th of February 2019, after they were near time forcing me off the land, through the 22nd, then from the doctor's office unofficially, where I was then told I was in a refinery airstream. I did not know that. So ignorance is bliss on one side, says we can keep going, yet I was constantly degrading no matter what I added in for good things. Sorry about the darkness there. So some things automatically changed out of the area within a day and coming back. These half moons, for example, on the other fingers reversed. You can see the pinky still hasn't gotten it back, but the other ones have it, even though I'm back in here and I have problems now with swelling. And it does not reveal what's going on in the legs, and if you're swelling there, do not assume it's just from the legs. It's throughout the entire body, because it's, even if it's a fluid deposition in the least case scenario, because of a problem with the water retention, which would come in part off of the aldosterol, off of